YouTube Tuesday from Barnabas Junction, brought to you in association with the Model Railway YouTube Community Group, MRYCG, connecting the Model Railway community together. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter and YouTube. Just search for MRYCG.
Well, good evening, everybody. Welcome to the next episode of YouTube Tuesday with me, Barnabas Junction. Just finalising things, getting set up there. Thank you, everybody, for joining me. Right. So how are we all on this wonderful day? It's been glorious and sunny. You've got a new angle there on a camera that I've just set up. It's the camera I always keep forgetting to find. And I'll just see if I can it's just slightly blurred there. There we go, that's a bit better. So as you can see right in front of you then today, we've got the footbridge is all sprayed up in green. It's just got a slight blur to it. So I'm just going to see if I can focus that a little bit better. There we go, that's better. I can hear me cat meowing. No, it's not the 68. So good evening to all of you. I hope you are well. I hope you're doing well. And what a wonderful weekend it has been. A bit cold, but the sun has been shining. Hope you've all been enjoying the sun and getting ready for some warmth coming this weekend. So let's have a look who's in the chat. So good evening to all already. We've got Arthur Humphreys, Flymo Chairman's in. Ray of Amtrak Junction's in. Angel Share, that's Brian. Good evening to you. Digger Evans is in. Crossways Bernie, he's in. Good evening, Bernie. How are you? I hope you are well. David Cook is in. Who else we got? All of you been saying good evening to one another as we've the show has been getting to start. Good evening to Pete Clark. Thanks for joining. Yes, spelt my name wrong. Asen, not Jay. It's Jason. Clive Cobbold, good evening. I'm glad you like the photos of my layouts. I sent you. I am looking forward to this video, mate. Clive in Northern Ireland. Yes, I'll be coming on to you very shortly, Clive. Thank you very much. Who else we got in? Andy Hudson's in. Good evening, Andy. Dave Smith is in. Scrolling through to catch up with the chat. Darren R, good evening to you. Even all, hope all is well. It is indeed. Thank you. Hope all is well with you too. CSS Rensville's in. Donegal Dad. Mark, good evening to you. Hope you're well. Stockton Junction, good evening to you. Thanks for joining. Route 7 Railway, that's Steve. Good evening. Hope you are well. New Durham Junction, Craig is in. Matthew Whitmore, good evening, good evening, good evening. Simon Trains is in, good evening. Hashtag blame Simon, don't forget that one. Jeff Hammond, Flint Hills, good evening to you. Been ages since I've managed to join. Great to have you here. Thanks for joining in with us tonight. Langton Road, good evening. Welcome to the stream. Right, so first of all, before I do, we've got to do this. We've got to do the thank yous to all of those that are channel supporting members. Thank you all for being channel member supporters. If you would like to be a channel member, the link is in the description, as mentioned there on the image. So a huge thank you to Train Freak, Owens Model Railways, Leicester Station TMD, Building the ELR Step by Step, Simon's Trains Model Railway Showcase, Jeff Hammond of Flint Hills Model Railway, Tim's Trains Modelling and Ventures, Crossways Point Junction, Eagle Creek Yark, Sparky 107 107 and Mike Pringle, Donegal Dad, Paul Scenic, Containerman 68, Hollybrook Junction, The Growler, Blackwood N-Gauge Layout, Chris Jubb of Hernborough, Double O Gauge Layout, New Durham Junction Model Railway, Valleybrook 2 Model Railway, Charlie McGowan, John A. Dawson, Andrew Boone and Effingham. Thank you to all of you that are currently channel supporters. It's highly appreciated of you for supporting the channel. If anyone would like to be a channel supporter and get access to pre-public content, then feel free to drop into the description and join up as a member from as little as 99p just to support the channel in what it does. Good evening to Wardle Roads in. Good evening. Thank you for joining us. Effingham is in there. Good, just in time. All links to those channel supporting members for their channels can be found also in the description. Gordon and Mallory, good evening to you. Thanks for joining. March West Junction TMD. Bamfung Junction's in. Good evening. Thank you for dropping by. So go check them out. If you like what you see, please do subscribe. It's highly appreciated if you do. And it shows you do support them for supporting this channel and this series. So thank you very much to all and every one of you. Right, let's take that back off the screen. We'll come back to that again shortly. If my mouse would work. So there's the bridge. It's all sprayed up in it's actually the same green that Valleybrook used on his layout. It's a Halford spray paint that's been used. It's called Rover Green, Brooklands Green, Rover Brooklands Green, and I think that's quite good. It's not finished yet. I'm thinking about blanking off the edging between there and here on both sides. Unsure on that yet. And also for authenticity, I might even put some smoke deflectors underneath, as you would see on the railways. Probably unsure on that just yet, but it does look the part in there now. And yeah, I have been doing some more scenic work as well to coincide with that bridge. And I'll just change the camera. So let me show you the change of camera. If I remember which one it is, I think it's that one. Yeah, there we go. So if you look just here, let me get me pointy. I have now put the gravel path from the footbridge with some bushes alongside, going up to the fence where there will be a stile going in to obviously go across. Let me just move that 60 out of the way to connect up with the stile that's on the opposite side. So that will be proper signage and stuff putting on there, and a barrel crossing will be going in time for people to cross over. So yeah, very pleased. Again, used the same style of gravel path that I did over on this side, putting some of the Pico muddy earth scatters in, and then a little bit of gravel ballast, very fine ballast gravel in there, just to give it a bit of a gravel path feel. And I do think that's come out rather well. And Wilbury Castle Railway, hello to you. Thanks for dropping by. Right, so let me just maneuver this camera because I want you to see from this side. Oops, let's just get that into position so it doesn't pull it over the cable. There we go. So let's see if that camera is now in a good position. So bear with me. So it's in the shade, but not to worry. As you'll see here, I have now redone the hillside because originally it only went to about here, and I've now extended the hillside out to blend down into a flat surface just before the footbridge. That only took a few moments to do and dry, and then I've given it one coat of burnt umber for earth effect, and this is now ready for scenic static grasses and stuff like that, and we'll hopefully be having a go at that tonight. Love the bridge and hill details. Thank you very much, Ray of Amtrak. Jerry BVR, thanks for dropping in. Thank you for joining us this evening. But what I have come to thought is, and some people have said I don't actually need to bother with it, is underneath this footbridge here, they wouldn't necessarily have, let me just turn that camera a little bit and bring it a bit closer. Underneath that footbridge wouldn't necessarily be sat straight onto the ground due to obviously sinking measures. So I've had a bit of a chat with a few other modelers, and they've come to the agreement that this should actually be sat on a concrete plinth across the bottom. So I have cut a piece of card ready for that to be done. Let me just switch the camera also, because I'll show you this that I'm trialing also just beyond the footbridge. Just change the camera. So just beyond the footbridge, I'm just trialing about where the footpath will generally go to where it meets this barrel crossing here. This fencing, I don't think I'm going to have that there. It's going to be a hedgerow of some sort, probably, and this fencing will probably come along here up to the hillside, and that fencing again will continue along and then come back, obviously just the same as what it is over on that side. So keeping this open, that fencing is just to give me an idea of where the path will roughly be going, so that's not set in stone, so I can just remove them out of the way for the time being. So this is a bit too big for this area at the moment, but just lift that off. It is stuck to the paint. So just to give you an idea, I think what it should be is sat on a concrete bed, similar in that style. So I'll just tilt that camera down. Apologies for the shadow, that's my arm. So I think it should be more, footings for the columns, pad, and stair strings. Not necessarily I would have it so it goes all the way across to the foot area. Probably just a square underneath there. And then maybe a little bit of a squarish area just as the steps come off. That's what I'm thinking. So that's the step for there. But what I'm going to do is I do want to get the static grass started on here today. So I'm going to quickly prepare this before I do. I don't want it to be, how can I say, I don't want it to be complete because I want to get it cut, prepared it with some grey paint. I've got some grey paint here, and that's the raw umber grey. I've got some grey paint here to go on it to give it a first coat, and then I can do the static grassing because I want it to kind of blend over the edges of it to hide it a little bit, if you understand what I mean. Everyone's saying good evening to Matthew Hobbs Railways. Hi to you. Thanks for dropping by. Remember, everybody, if you're enjoying the stream, please give it a thumbs up. And if you are not already, please do subscribe. It's highly appreciated of all your subscribers. And subscribing is completely free, would you believe it? So, yeah, I do appreciate your subscriptions. Again, if anybody... well, Charlie McGowan says 10-foot square pads. Right. I did think about, I've seen on one I visit, is it has the platform underneath, and then just underneath each leg, it has a little tiny raised pad, as you would say, underneath each leg. So I'll maybe think about doing that. I think that's what you're probably on about. Grand Night for it says Ewan. Extending 6 foot. How are you, Fred? 10 inches says, right, okay. Everyone's saying hi to each other still. Thank you very much. I just need to grab my drink. I've got a bit of a dry throat, so bear with me. Oh, there we go. So today we're on the Fanta Zero. Refreshing drink for a warm day. No alcohol today. Maybe later. Right. Let me just move that out of the way. Don't want to spill that on the equipment. Small pads for the support. Lovely. Thank you very much. Right, so let's get ready with, I'll move that over there out the way. And I'm going to bring the camera onto me. So you're going to see my ugly mug now. Let's bring on, find out which one it is. It's that one. There we go. So, hello, good evening, everybody. For those that you were asking last week, here's my cameras on the supports that you may have seen last week. Stephen Lockhart, thank you very much for becoming a channel member. That's highly appreciated of you. Level support, support level 1. You are a conductor of the channel. Thank you very much for joining as a member. Right, so what I'm going to do is, before we go any further, and this is something that I've thought of after I received some wonderful photographs from a gentleman who's already in the chat, and that is Clive Cobbold. Now, what I would like to do is introduce a new feature. I did mention it, it was in the thing at the beginning of the stream. A new feature for the show, for you guys to have a moment on the Tuesday show. And I wanted some ideas on it. But what I want to do is allow you guys to have a feature of your own in the show. I know there's other model YouTubers and that do this themselves. And I thought, well, why not? Because you're watching this, let's give you the opportunity to have a feature, have something shown on the show. So what I'm going to be opening up is for people, if they want to, viewers like yourselves, for just being literally for being here, is you can send me a short video or even a link to a video, preferably a short video because I can play it directly from my system instead of struggling with the internet, or some pictures of your layout, because there's a lot of people out there that have got layouts just like Clive has, that don't have YouTube channels, don't have social medias to display them. So I want to give it more of a chance for you guys out there, especially those that don't have those channels or social media for model railways, to showcase your layout here on this show, because that's what it's about. The show is about community. It's all about connecting the community together as in association with MRYCG. So just give me a moment, and I have been very, very kindly, and he has given me the permission beforehand to share with you pictures of his layout. Now I do have, I'll find where I've put the folder. Where's it gone? The folder has decided to disappear. Let me just refresh. There it is. So Clive, who is in the chat today, has very kindly sent me a group of photographs detailing his layout. So what I would like to do is showcase his layout for you tonight. Just make sure that will allow me to change between pictures, or is that just going to show one picture? It's just going to show one. Let me select them all. There we go. Wrong button. It'll do it in a moment. Go on. My mouse is there. We go. Right. So if I click open, that should now open those pictures. Yes. And we should now, yes, lovely. So I'm now going to bring up on the screen. Let me just screen share to you when it allows me. There we go. So I'll share that with you guys now. So Clive has very kindly sent a selection of photographs for me to showcase. I say he has given me permission to show these prior. So if you want your stuff, please make sure it is your own content, and you do give me permission to showcase your content on this show. This is Clive. Clive is in the chat. He is there right now. Send the URL to the video if you can, as the full videos will fill the inbox up. Indeed, if you do send a video, please anything up to about a minute would be acceptable, and you can send them to me via email to barnabasjunction@gmail.com. Just like Clive did very kindly after a show a couple of weeks ago. And I felt that I did ask him, and he said, yes, he would be delighted to have his layout showcased. So these are a selection of photographs. Yes, thank you very much, Flymo. That is indeed correct. Absolutely top notch. The email is in the about section of the channel if you forget and don't quite hear it. So we're going to have a look through these pictures, and I think they are fabulous. This is a lovely little layout. Apologies for the cursor. So we've got a good selection of the cantinery there. We've got what looks like a 156. Is that 155? Maybe we've got a looks like an 87 in the background. Lovely 37 in large logo, and it's absolutely a very busy station, which looks fantastic. I do like a nice busy station. So yeah, this is his layout. Oh, there's it. That's a superb photograph there. Nice footbridge over in the background. I can see lovely long footbridge going across, and superb. I even like that. I like the canopies that have been built. I presume, Clive, if you can just confirm me, are those canopies scratch built? They are really nice. I do like them. Lots. And what era roughly, Clive, are you focusing on, or is it pretty much as you wish, modeller's license? But yes, lovely layout. Still haven't got a video connection, says Owens Model Railways. I do believe Facebook have had a few issues recently with videos showing up, and check it, your app is fully updated, and if you're using mobile device. And now it's based on the 1980s, says Clive. Thank you very much. So yeah, fantastic. Even the vehicles coincide with the era. Yeah, there's that lovely footbridge. That's fantastic. That is using Metcalf as always. It's just as I've done. And I like how you've made the footbridge go into the back scene to incorporate that also. I spy a 90 up the top there and into City. Lovely shot there of a 50, an 87. There's the 90. Fantastic stuff. Lots of BR blue and early privatization there as well. Oh, it's better Lancaster. Rightio. Looks very splendid, says Digger. Nice shot there through the roof beams. It is obviously a loft layout. Lovely. I like the semaphores as well. Very 80s. Bristol RV and Leyland National on the bridge, indeed. And Bristol RV, I've driven those. I haven't driven the National though. Would have liked to have driven one. So yes, nice use of semaphores. A class 90 in the back there, indeed. Now that's a superb overview there. Looking down over the layout, just very nice and busy there. Lots of electrical traction ongoing. Lots of stock that's not actually on the layout. Or is that another track area? Or is that like a programming track or test track area in the front where I can see a 58? Stanrail with the pier, or is that Malag? Nice one, Clive. Cracking layout. Good mix of traction, indeed. Not connected. I had that same issue, Owen, last week when I was trying, a few days ago when I was actually trying to watch a video. It wouldn't connect. It took me 4 attempts and 10 minutes of waiting. So apologies, Owen. Selling my BR blue on eBay, 4 locos and a DMU. So we're moving on there. Some superb traction. What 50 is that, Clive? Looks very similar to Argencourt that I've got, 50013. Langton's asking, Clive, is that a 310? And also, we get lots of questions. Sorry, Clive, you get lots of questions here. To Clive, does the catenary work? Nice looking layout, loads of electrical stock. Yes, indeed. And now, this is what I was really wanting to show you. Now, this is superb. I believe this is a seaport. As you can see, there is a Sea-Link ferry in the background, and there are Sea-Link coaches amongst here, amongst platforms. And yes, it is a 310, says Clive. Terrific layout, says Charlie. And we will get a different view, so you can see this. He's got tons and tons of rolling stock. Also, he's got fiddly, he's got track work underneath the layout as well. Must be a massively, must be a big layout. Have you got a size, Clive, of the overall size of the layout? Simon Train says it looks like Stranraer. Clive says yes, it is. It's Stranraer Harbour. Fantastic. Do like the tunnel coming out to there. We'll see a better view of that in a moment. The walking tunnel. There's a little bit closer up there. Lots and lots of fantastic rolling stock there, as can be seen through. And I can spy a little 08 in the background over there on the far side. Good evening to Full Score 200. Thanks for dropping by. Moving on then. In fact, I've just spotted actually lots of people on the platform. The cages for parcels. And there we go. There's the opposite side, and then you get, I said, you get a close up of that walkway. I think that is really tidy. That is. I really do like that. Very nice indeed. And obviously you got the vehicles coming off the ferry. Wonderful, wonderful. It's good to. It's nice to see. And this goes from Mark as well at main train Eastport. He's got the same. He's got the ferry as well. It's great to see. Other features other than standard stations and countryside and industrial areas like what I've got here that feature on a model railway. Yeah, and the ferry is a fantastic big feature on a model railway. And there it is in all its pride for that beautiful Sea-Link roll-on, roll-off car ferry. Someone was asking about a ferry model on Jenny's last night. Right. Yes, Jenny, who does a Monday night, Monday club. Bow doors. Yes. Question for you, Clive. Do the doors, does it actually lift up and down? Is it motorized also? Oh, right. It's the Galloway Princess. Oh, right. Yes, I can just see it. If I just zoom in. We can actually zoom in and you can see there, Galloway Princess. Fantastic. So huge thanks to Clive for sending these. Oh, nice 100-ton tankers there. I do like the tankers. So thank you very much, Clive, for sending these over. It was such a pleasure to view these when you sent them, and thank you very much for allowing me to show them on the show. And there we go. There's all right, so that it doesn't operate. And there is the ferry from another angle. Wonderful, wonderful. And finally, one of his intercity coaches there is showing it's got people inside. Lovely. So thank you very much, Clive, for showing that. And as I say, if anyone out there would like me to showcase their stuff, their any videos, any photographs on the show, then please email me, barnabasjunction@gmail.com. I would like to showcase at least one per week. So if I get a flood of people sending stuff in, I'll do my best to get those featured on the show. So thank you very much. Thank you very much, Clive, for allowing that. It's wonderful to see layouts in their prime as they're being built. One question I would like to ask, Clive. And how long's the layout been under construction? Duke Lancaster Heysham. It's great, Clive. I wondered what to do about water. Great layout. It does look great, says Clive. To Clive. Jason, have you had any issues with join down wood? With the join down wood crossing? Oh yeah, wood crossing. No join actually. Been all fine actually. And just one quick one thing is, I have been busy, and this whole area up to the bridge there now has now had all its droppers done. They are all in. I've been busy. So that is now all this bottom area here now. DCC lines are now. I've got all the droppers all connected up, and I used my brand new soldering iron for that, and I bought for me for Christmas. And I'm going to showcase that actually in an upcoming video, because I think you're really quite impressed with it. I was literally, from the moment I switched it on to using it was about 2 minutes. That's how powerful the soldering iron station is, and I'm really impressed. So I'm going to show that on a future video. So if you're into soldering irons and soldering, make sure you join me on a future episode. Sorry guys, I've got to go and I have a lie down. Take care everyone. Bye David. Thank you very much David Atkins for dropping by. Take care, stay safe, and hope you're all well. Clive says 25 years. Wow. This is my layout's been going, it's just coming up to going into its 6th year, and that's been going 25 years. Wow, Clive, fantastic, incredible. Take my hat off to you. Fantastic stuff. And do you get to have a play around with it? Do you get to enjoy it quite often? Also, is it one of the mini irons? No, it's a full-blown station. In fact, it's over there. I'll briefly show it you shortly, but I will be doing a feature on soldering irons in the future. Anissa, hello. Thanks for dropping by. Let's solder on. Says Simon. Thank you very much, Simon. Right. So I'm going to take that footbridge off there, and we're going to have a look at this. Let me tilt the camera down now so you can see what I'm doing. If it will. Come on. Helps if I tilt the screen. That's better. There, right. So not much room here to work on. I need another table. So we've got the footbridge. We've got the piece of wood. I can plonk that on there, so let's give it height. So, as you can see, I'll just move it over. Let's just get rid of that mess off the bottom. There we go. So, I want that quite central to there. That looks about right, that does. And what I want to do is mark that as a, in fact, no, I think that needs to be a bit smaller, to be honest. In fact, no, if I'm going to be putting the pads on. So I think that's about right. So let's get, I think somewhere there. I think that's about right. So just move that to one side. And I won't use that one because the blade's going on that one. So we cut the square off. Let's test fit that again. I think that looks about right. It will obviously be fitted centrally when it goes on the layout. Yeah, quite pleased with that. And what I need to do now is also cut off some square pads to fit underneath each of the legs. So I'll measure roughly. You've got a bit of a snivelly nose. So I'll measure a small strip. Move that out of the way so you can see what I'm doing. So I'll measure a small strip. That'll then give me. I'm needing a new Stanley knife. Hi Tim, thanks for dropping by. Hope you're well. So I need 4 out of that. So I want them quite square. So roughly, that The blade is not exactly very sharp, so I'm just going to cut through that gingerly. They don't have to be perfect, as it is rough. So there's one pad. Oh, snivelly nose, dust. Anyone getting hay fever? I certainly have beginning to struggle with a bit of hay fever with the sunny weather that's beginning. That might be an easier way to do that. Sorry for the shaky camera. I'm using, there we go, using the camera that's actually attached to the laptop. There's number 3 and one more. There's 4. So there's the 4 bottom pads. So we're going to get it all ready. Now what I also need is a strip for where the foot area meets the ground. Now, I don't want that to be as wide as the base area because it's doesn't need to be. I just need it to be just a fraction wider than the footing area, so for that to sit on and then protrude out a little bit. That is pretty much all I need. So using that, in fact, let me just have a look at that. Probably about half the size of that, I would say. So if I use that as a measurement, I'll use about halfway. That's about that. So I'll just trim that up. I'll catch up with the chat in a moment. There we go. And I think I need now move that. Now need to measure. So it's just a fraction wider than the footbridge end. It's about there. Rough cut. So we'll trim that off now. It doesn't have to be perfect. No concrete goes down with imperfection. So, and Tim would agree, scratch building like this, it's a bit lopsided actually. I'll just that is way not level. That's better. Right, so we've got the footing, we've got the base, and we've got the 4 pads. Okay, let's have a look. This is going to be nice and fiddly now. So let's put the 4 pads down, roughly where they need to be. And let's get an idea. Well, and obviously when painted grey, I can weather them up as well. I think that looks quite good. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. That's going to look, you can't really see on the camera. Let me see if I can bring the camera in for you to have a look. There we go. There's a close-up view. So I think that would look quite fitting, actually. Yeah, that's quite good. Oh, they're actually sticking to the bottom. So yeah, nice sort of padded feet. Paint that up and get that secured down. I think that'll be a nice sort of finishing touch. So I'll just tap them off. We'll take those over to the layout. Place them in a safe place so we don't lose them. And let's put that back up there. And let's have a look at chat. Right, looking back at chat. Good evening, Tim. Tim Strains. Pete Clark saying hi to Anissa. Crossways, hi and hi to Pete. Just give a blocky effect. Or is it my viewing? Hang on. I do know that viewing quality is not very good on YouTube at the moment. It keeps dramatically changing. I think they are doing something in the background. Howdy says crossways to you. Link check. Thank you very much. Pete Clark, hey Bernie. I say hello, I think. Video page on YouTube. Thank you very much, Flymo. Yes, I know you did, but it's nice to say hello again. Hey, you always say hello no matter how many times. It's great. Hello, Tim, mate. Did you sort out YouTube? Charlie saying it helps to walk off the stairs onto a flat surface. Yes. It helps. Good evening, Charlie. From Crossways to Charlie. Flymo, I've heard there is a lot of people suffering from hay fever totally at the wrong time of the year. It is a thing at the moment. Yeah, it's because of the weird cold weather we've had at the moment. And sorry, with sudden warmth, we're getting what's called pollen burst. I think it's what it's called, something else. And pollen of all kinds is just being released all at the same time. Don't forget the pad for the hillside step. I'll sort that, don't worry. Looks good. That's really good. Thank you, better with the feet and base, Jason. Thank you very much, Andy. Looks good. Scrapline, good evening, Tim. Just in time. You must have heard the static grass applicator getting fired up. Yeah, blocking effect. Scrapline saying hello. Hay fever is killing me. Yeah, I'm not too bad at the moment. Getting there. Real One Model Railways, thanks for dropping by. I think what it is happening with YouTube is they're checking subs to see if you have been visiting them. Right, so let's get the footbridge over, and I'm going to switch cameras. Let's switch cameras. What camera are we switching to? We'll switch to that one. Yeah, that's the one we want. So I'm going to place the footbridge on. And let's have a look at the positioning of this, because I'm going to glue these down now and paint them on here. So this is where this is going to be fun. This is getting this lined up properly. Make sure it's flat down. It's in place over there. Yes. And it does help because this bridge was ever so slightly lopsided. I was kept adjusting it on the hillside over there. It was, so this has kind of leveled it off, which is a good thing. Let's place that underneath there. That's actually better than I thought. Bearing in mind, this is going to raise up as well a little bit. And as CSX said, get the under the step area as well. We'll do that too. So let's get these pads in place. In fact, what I'm going to do, if I get a pencil, I'm trying to do this blinded. Might as well just wear a blindfold. If I take that pad off there, if I mark where that's roughly going to sit, and then mark on the card where each leg will be positioned. I haven't done any shout out apart from the, obviously for Clive. We haven't done actually our first shout out tonight, have we? So I'm going to choose someone to do a shout out, and first person I'm going to ask Bernie at Crossways Point Junction. Can you choose somebody from in chat to have a shout out tonight? Have the first shout out, please. When you have done so, can you please put the name of your chosen channel to have a shout out tonight, please? Right. Yeah, that's worked. So I'll just get me glue wherever I've stuck it. It does help if I can actually find my glue. Have I put it away? That's the question. I think I have. There it is. I've run out of super glue, unfortunately, so we've got to use the stringy stuff. So there's that pencil gone. Before I use that, I'm just going to mark it in that paint where that's to sit. Got to lift that off. There we go. So yeah, I haven't seen results of the stringy stuff today, which should do the job anyway. Just smooth that, spread that out. Wait for the stringies to go. Come on. Oop. And it's gone. Oops, I don't know where the lid is. There it is. Right. So place that back on there now. Good thing about this stuff, it just stick card down very quick. So just let that, give that time to bond. And what we'll do now, we'll get the tiny blobs, I mean tiny blobs, where each leg will go. One blob, doesn't matter about stuff going everywhere. There we go, I'll do. And we put the pads on. And I've just put my finger in the glue and it's gone everywhere. And you see the stringy bits, I'll get rid of that in a minute. Good thing obviously about this stuff is before it dries I can manipulate it into its desired position. But actually that's not too bad straight away off the cuff. I'll try and get my arm around the camera. First of all, the base needs turning a little bit. And move that one over. Move that one over. Move it that way. Yep. Move that one that way. I think that one's all right. Let's have a look at this side. Whoop. See what goes wrong when you're live, trying to work around the camera. Just lower that down. I think that one's in position. And I need a light. Just get a light. Although it's quite light on the camera, to go slightly over. There we go. And move that one into place. Oh, right, I'll take it off for that and just do it by hand. There we go. It's starting to set now. Check its position. I think that's all right. Maybe over a fraction. The back one's just moving out just a tad. We need to move that way a little bit before it sets, and that one slightly that way, like so. Oh. And that one, what's going in a little bit. And I think that's in position. So just while that sets, I'm just going to place that one underneath there. I think that is quite good. All right. So right, crossways, the scrap line. Scrap line has been chosen by Bernie. Great choice there. Great choice indeed. All right. Thank you very much, Charlie. He sent me an image actually of how they would be positioned. Ah, very good. Concrete footing, yeah, column, Stringer, yes, thank you very much. Ah, fantastic. So I'm pretty much following that. The bridge is looking square. Thank you very much, Charlie, for that input. I've just found messages that have been sent there before it even went live. So yeah, the bridge is looking square. Thank you very much. Flymo's posted Scraplines link. Definitely recommend you go check out Scrapline, especially for his scenery and scratch building. Superb. And please do subscribe and click the bells for all notifications. Alan Reynolds, good evening. Thanks for dropping in. The pedestrian bridge has given me ideas for my layout, says Anissa. Thank you. Very welcome. Jason, who manufactures the footbridge? The footbridge is a Dapol footbridge, actually. It's a bit of a clapped out one, but it's a Dapol footbridge, I believe. It was produced, actually. It was built, but I do believe it is a Dapol footbridge. Catching up with the chat. I don't do videos, says Clive. No, that's why I wanted to feature him, but anyone can subscribe to his channel if they wish. But there will no videos. Can you do the link, Flymo? Yes, Flymo is on the case. Thank you very much. Railway didn't find that channel subbed now, though. Subscribe, hit the bell, and choose all for notifications. It's free. Just give the notifications a watch. Keep an eye out. Make sure you do interact with all channels that you do subscribe to, as otherwise YouTube will take your subscription away, unfortunately. The Scrapline looks good. I shall catch up with the channel. Highly recommend it, Alan. If you have not subscribed, I do recommend you check it out. I've got an idea from it too, says Flymo. Superb stuff. That's what it's all about. Shall we have a different angle? Shall we try and get a bit of a different angle? So let me just see if I can get my other camera in position for you. And it should be that camera. Let's have a look. Yay, there we go. So you get an idea of the footing there. Camera's not exactly level. See how close I can take you. So there you go. That's in. That's a good close-up shot. So just I can see now on the camera that back one there needs moving out of a fraction. If it will allow me. Yeah, it's not properly set. There we go. That's better. Yeah, I'm quite pleased with that, how it's worked out. So obviously now I need to do the, as mentioned, I've got the footing area and I need to do a slither for underneath the footing area, just under the steps. So I'm just going to grab that piece there and I'm going to trim out a piece which is of almost matching size. So let me just trim that off. Rough cutting. Doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. I think that right. And then I want it to be just the stringy glue. Get rid of that stringiness. There it goes. Just a little bit wider than the footbridge. So that's that. Let's have a look at that for size. That's about right. It's about the size of it. So that should now, just move that, now fit underneath there. Give a step down. Yes. That's, oh, the camera's fell over. Sorry, guys. Let's just see if I can bring that camera a bit further around so you can see what I'm doing now on this side. There we go. And let's focus it in as well. This is a manual focus camera, so I have to twist the end. So as you can see there now, we've got the footing area in here to go underneath it, and there'll be a nice bit of overgrowth going underneath there. Let's have a look at the chart. I fitted more of the wheels, Clive. I'm getting neck cramp. Sorry. Will you be putting yourself at the base of the bridge? I think I probably will. I might get myself a little mini me to stand on this bridge taking some photographs of the trains, just like I do on me out and about. Drunk. Sorry about that, chaps and ladies. Just checking back on everybody. So, Scrapline, it's your turn now, my friend. Scrapline, if you would like to choose somebody from chat as the next shout out for tonight's show, while you think about that, I'm going to get this footing area glued down. In fact, what I'm going to do first, I'm just going to trim off that fuzzy edge off that piece of card. There we go, that's better. That's better. Right, now I need to work out its position again. Right. So that's got to go there. Is that central? I believe that is. So I'm just going to mark that off. There we go. Just move the bridge out of the way and get the glue ready. There we go. Stringy. Thank you. Lid on. And we're going to get that section. Let's make sure we've got the nice smoother edge. There we go. And place that down. Move that down. There we go. And then put the bridge back for a second. Making sure that's in position. Needs to go back a bit further. There we go. And then we need central to that. We need to now add that base for the final bit. There we go. Place that on, central, squish it down, let the glue ooze out. That's bonding quite quickly. There we go, that'll do. And now we can put that back on. That is absolutely spot on. Just check that's in position. That is spot on. Let me take this camera around to the other side if I can get it. There we go. That focused. There we go. So we've got the footing in place and the base for the steps. So they can come down the steps. We got a little extra step just there, concrete step, until we get onto the concrete plat, and then they'll be onto the dirt track, dirt footpath here. Then it goes off. I'm thinking maybe I might on this side, even though I've said about using this underneath here. I have thought about actually having the higher fencing along this, but as I've got this, that's what I'm going to go for at the moment. So yeah, I think that's a nice little added touch. That just needs to be painted up grey, but we're not going to do that yet because we're going to get this mound first coated on its static grasses. So I'll let you guys have the rear view of this mound. The shadow, that shade here is from the beam, unfortunately. What I might be able to do is supply an additional light. I'll see what I can do. But what I will do actually for the time being is I'm going to switch the camera to that one. And Scrapline has chosen Rule 1 Model Railway as the second shout out for tonight's show. Thank you very much, Tim. Thank you for making that choice. So we're going to take you down so you get an overview of the mound upside down, and you can oh dear, getting sick. There's the post, and that's the mound that sticks out. I've called it my mini mud mountain, triple M. So we're going to have a go at putting some glues and grasses down on here. Clive says, guys, I've got to go now. Glad you all like my photos of the layout. Please stay safe and well, guys. Goodbye for now. Thank you very much, Clive, for dropping by. Thank you again for the photographs, and I hope we've done you proud on sharing your layout. Diesel Dave's Railway Adventure, welcome to you. Thanks for joining by. And Quarry Central, thanks for dropping in. Matthew Finton, good evening, Jason. I hope you're well. I am very well. Thank you very much. But what I do need is a drink. Just give me a moment. Please, on your way out, anyone is popping off, please do hit the thumbs up. And if you're not already, please do subscribe. It's appreciative of you all. Right, so let me get a brush. Let's get some PVA. Don't need much. I would put it straight on the hill, but I don't want certain bits on it. I'm thinking. Right, let's get coating this in PVA. Obviously, you're not going to see some of this on off camera. I might actually switch to a different camera in a moment to give you a better overview. So this hasn't actually been sealed. So this first coat of glue actually going on here is actually going to be sealing it. It's obviously it's had the paint on it already. And what I'm also going to do is I'm going to move the footbridge out of the way for this. I'm going to do the grassing pretty much right up to the tracks because it's going to get covered over when I ballast here. I just don't want a gap. There's going to be some weathering of the track and the ballast, obviously, when it's going. And to be honest, with the droppers now being in place, this is getting very close to the point where I will be ballasting. I did suggest it would take about 6 months, but due to the quick progression of the scenic work, obviously we've been spending a lot of time on that rock face. We've done a lot on the back area with the grasses and stuff already. But I felt that needed really to start progressing around this area now here. Because what I want to be doing is not doing one thing in small amounts. I want to be doing quite a lot of things all at the same time. Now I'll probably just I'll go underneath there with that, around the back, and again up to the track work. It'll get covered over at a later date, one with ballast and patchy grass, just like on the other side. Well, just go to roughly there. I'm not going to go beyond it, because obviously that footpath's going to go there. And again, around the base of this footbridge is going to be very overgrown, just like it is on the opposite side. Just going under the camera. Give that a good coating. Nice thick coating, because it's dry. It will actually dry very quick up here now with this warmer weather. It's no longer cold up here. Yay! Last couple of weeks it's been bitterly cold doing these streams, but today it's absolutely lovely up here. Perfect weather, perfect temperatures to be modelling up in the loft. I think that's pretty much covered with the first. What we'll be doing is around the base, so the grasses are going on first coat, and then I'll then get that painted grey, and then I'll start adding more grasses on the top. So to start off with, we're going to go with the usual that I've been using recently. I can't remember what's in there. Oh, that's autumn. Just remembered that is. So we'll need to put that back in there. That was the last one I used. Okay, so we'll start off with a layer of 2mm summer. A bit more in there, I think. And what I'll do is for this, I'll change the camera so you get a better view. Just let me reposition the other camera so you guys can get a better view of what I'm doing. All right, let's see if that camera is in a good position. A bit blurred there. Let's take the blurriness away. Wrong way. So this is a manual focus camera. It's a good camera, except it's manual focus. Just need that light glare not to be on the camera. There we go. I think that'll do. Is that the focus? Better? There we go. Much better. Right, so put the lid on. I'll just move that camera out of the way. Let's check the battery is in it. Yes, it is. So here we go. It's 2mm, so I'm not tilting too far. Yep, that's working. Should be able to see that shooting out. That's better. Change the shake. Is there much left in there? Yeah, there's still plenty. Oh, bit too much then, come out. Oh, that's coming out brilliantly, that is now. think that'll do. Looks like a golf course. Right. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's got a good covering. Turn it off before I get zapped. Take that back in there. And now 4mm autumn. Don't need as much as that. Spin that about. Now for that, obviously, I don't want to be spraying over that area there. So I need the layering spray. There it is, and I need a piece of paper. In fact, no, I use another piece of card actually. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to lay that over the top of there to protect it. Yeah. Get the layering spray. Thank you, Corey. Come back to the chat in a moment. And let's have a look. 110, okay, I'm good. So, Rule 1 Railways was chosen as shout out number 2 for tonight from Tim at Strapline. Thanks very much, Tim, for choosing that. Right, so. Oh, don't want that to go over. Stay on there. So I'm going to hold that there, actually. So, good. Right, that'll do. And now we get the adapter again. Fire it up. And now we're going to do 4mm autumn over the top. Yep, that's working. This is going to be a lot more patchy eventually. This is the, what I'm classing as the undercoat coating of grassland. Does the camera crackle by any chance while I'm there doing this? There we go. That's taken the green off. That now needs to have another blasting of that just to seal it on. Seal it down. Thank you. There we go. And I'll show you the overview. So that's done. That will then have further overgrown viewing on that. Grasses and stuff. I'll just move the camera around. And you can see, I've got to manually focus this camera. Bear with me. I think that's worked well. Camera really shows up the grass. Thank you very much. Oh yeah, and actually I've just looked myself. A good blend of colours there. So what? Let's see what it's. I'm going to move the camera. Sorry for throwing you around everywhere, chappies. Let's place that there, and let's lift that off so it's out of the way. I'm just going to see if we can just find. There we go. And if I just brush, oh, that's actually come out good. That has. The clump, it's clumping together. That's actually really good. There's the bit of glue that's on there stuck to it. Just off there as well. And that's got the grey on it. And that'll look the part. Helps if it's focused though, doesn't it? There we go. I'm just going to raise that up a little bit on the opposite side now. There we go. Yeah. Good stuff. I'm very pleased with that. Let's get them tufts out the way. Right, so rule 1, you were chosen by Scrapline as shout out number 2. Rule 1, are you still here? And if so, would you like to choose shout out number 3, please? Yeah, hashtag blame Simon if it goes wrong. Yeah. I'm rather pleased with that. That's quite effective. And let's use the motorbike roaring past. Once we get that one there. A slight bend in it. We will be fitting fencing along here as well, just up to that beam. Somewhere like that. Yeah, that'll look the part. Fencing on this side as well. Just drop the other fence on the floor. So if I place that one there, so you get the visual effect of what it'll look like if I can actually get it into place. In fact, it was upside down. Something like that. Yeah, I think that'll look smart. Really filled in. Thank you very much. So it's pretty much given me the scene that I was after on this bit here. And obviously when the footbridge does get connected up with the remainder of the layout, as in for the walkway area over here, once that's connected up to the walkway over here, and we really get some blending in here of the scenics, then obviously then I can get on with the ballasting, and it's really going to set this scene off superbly. I'll just pan you down. So there's the view of the mound. This is going to receive a lot more overgrown weed-like colouring on this yet. And obviously there's going to be a lot of overgrown bushes and hawthorns, like using the polyfiber around here as well. I'll get them bases painted up and slightly weathered, get this fencing in, and then we can continue on with this remainder of this area onto here. This is going to have quite a few trees on this side as well. I've actually used, I've actually trialed, put in the seafoam tree. It's there, by the way. I've actually taken bits off it, and the tree is now in place on that corner over there. So we're going to be doing a lot more seafoaming trees all around here, all this here. Plenty of trees, plenty of hawthorns, buddleia and stuff like that on the embankments. Definitely going to have a bit of buddleia along this edge, front edge here, and along obviously this edge. Plenty of buddleia around the foot base of the footbridge, Tim. Going to be quite a bit of it around here. And yeah, it's coming on really, really well. If you are doing any other similar structures, attach the lads to the bottom of the cold first. Oh, right, got you. I know what you mean. Yeah, attach it to this first. Yeah, I get your understanding. Very smart. The fence can be fixed with posts, but it's filled in grand from a broken bridge to a finish. I stay a stage away. It is filling in the whole corner there. Scrap line, good, good. He was 17 years old, 3 legs, Mr. Sparky. It's catching. Oh, nearly. It's catching up on people's chat. Looks like the side you've just buried a puppy in the grass. It's catching up on back for a while. All looks good. Thanks, Charlie. I was wondering what was planned as people crossing the bridge have nowhere to go at the moment. Well, they will do, as over there there'll be a pub. Remember, if everyone remembers, there's going to be a pub there, so they can go for a pint and then go for a country walk out into the country, into the woodland, or vice versa. Go for the pint, go for the walk, and then finish off at the pub and have a nice meal at the pub and a drink. You've done a grand job there, Jason. Thank you very much, Bernie. Oh, good. Not missed you. Valley Brooks in. Hello, Valley. Long time. You're a bit late, lad. So, yeah, really pleased with that. Did Rule 1 choose a channel? Was he still here to choose a channel, gang? I've not seen Rule 1 in the chat for a while. Just scrolling through to see if Rule 1 is in the chat. Rule 1 again. Thank you very much, Flymo. Is Rule 1 here? He's not at the moment. Valley Brook's in the house. Yes, Valley Brook. Look, it's Valley Green. Valley Green Bridge. So Rule 1's not here then. So just seeing the green, he says. Right. So as Rule 1 is not here to choose the final shout out for the show, I'm going to choose somebody myself. And why not? Why not? He's crying out there, and we've not had. Yes, Jeff Hammond. Go on, son. You were the first to shout it out. Please, the Growler seconded that. So, yeah, we've got 2 choices there for Jeff. Jeff Hammond, Flint Hills Model Railway. Tarrant, we'll give you a shout out then. So come on, Jeff, shout out loud. You are the third shout out. Rule 1 was going to choose one, but unfortunately he's not here in the chat now, but I'm going to choose one for him, and it is Jeff Hammond of Flint Hills Model Railway, also a channel member. So huge thank you to Jeff for being a channel member. It's highly appreciated. Anyone that does want to become a channel member, the link is in the description below. You can support the channel from as little as 99 pence a month. That is simply all it costs for you to support this channel. As little as 99 pence a month. Remember, subscribing to the channel is completely free. Please do subscribe. I highly appreciate your subscriptions if you've not already done so. And remember, if you are here, please give this video some thumbs up. Show to let me know what if you think this has been good. Please, Fennerton Central, Jason, your pub, call it the Barmy Nutter. Yeah, we had lots of names for the pub last week, and there was one particular one that is really taking my fancy above all names of the pub that we've had mentioned over the past few months. And we're getting very, very close to choosing that name. Obviously, the pub will be named once it goes in, so we're still some time off yet. Newland Railway, good evening to you. Thanks for dropping by. Great, pay me later, Jeff. Checks in the post. Yeah, so Flint Hills, check him out. Do subscribe to the channel if you're not already done so, and do interact with the channel. Otherwise, YouTube will take off your notification. When you do subscribe, click the bell and select all for receive notifications of all future videos uploaded by Jeff. And yeah, and remember, all channels that you do join today and do subscribe, comment on as an interaction on their latest video saying you have just subscribed after a shout out from Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday show. Could call it Bernie's Steakhouse. I don't like steak. Sorry. Anyway, what are we on? Actually, I need to change the camera. Hang on. No, I don't. I need to come off that screen. That's it. Right. So let me again remember, if those of you that want to, the new feature for the show is showcasing anybody that you want, but I would really like to showcase layouts that don't feature on social media. They don't have a YouTube channel because they choose not to. So a new feature for the show is, and I haven't got a name for this feature, so please comment below if you're watching after the live stream, or please comment now what you think I could call this new feature. I want you guys to choose the name of the feature. So the feature is where I'm going to showcase videos, little tiny snippets, videos, photographs of layouts here on this show, as well as obviously giving the usual shout outs. Hi Ronald, good evening to you, thanks for dropping by. Hi Jay, bridge looking good, thank you very much. Ronald, we've just missed us doing the static grassing on this new embankment, and also doing the basing of the bottom of that footbridge, the footbridge that it is now, all green and looking superb. So yeah, let me know what you think that I should call that feature. I know there are channels out there that have got features for that type of thing that they do on their videos, but I would like you guys guys and gals to choose the name of this new feature that I've closet modelers. Modelers moment. I like that one. Send your videos, if possible, please, to barnabasjunction@gmail.com. Thank you very much, Flymo, for posting that in. There's the link for the email to send your photographs of your layout. You can send as many as you wish. I will put them into a show reel for us, calling all trains. Nice, interesting one, Charlie. The feature could be called The End of the Show. That's what that Valley Brook likes to use, that title. Check out Brown's Garden Buildings in Bolton, it says Jeff from the Growler. So yeah, we've had today in this first ever show of the feature, we've had Clive Cabold, his layout. He doesn't have YouTube, he does not have social media for his model railway, and he did very kindly allow me to show his photographs of his layout today. So if you've missed them, then check back on the replay. You will be very, very pleased with what you see, and comment below. Let Clive know, if you're watching obviously after the stream, let Clive know what you think of his layout. I certainly do love it, and I do like the ceiling. Very, very superb. It is set in the 80s. Lots of electric traction. It was lovely to enjoy looking at them videos. So I'm going to switch over to my main camera now, if I can remember which one it is. It's that one. Hello. So back on the main camera. So thank you very much. Thank you very much to Steve of Steve Lockhart for becoming channel member. 99 pence conductor. So yes, he's checking your tickets to make sure you are all okay to be travelling on the trains today. So thank you very much, Steve. Yes, channel memberships, the links to any, if you do want to become a channel member, it's totally up to you, and it's not required. As subscribing to the channel is completely free. I appreciate it dearly. Remember, oh, one thing actually, just remember something before we do go. I mentioned I'm going to be doing a little bit of a feature on soldering irons of the one I've got that I had for Christmas. That's this one, and my old one that's stood its test of time. So, as I said, I've done all the soldering now on the droppers on this section, all the way up to the bridge over there, and I used this, and I was stunned. It's got its digital display, it's got temperature control. We're more of a feature on that in the future. But this went from plugging it in and switching it on to ready to roll and use in less than 2 minutes. That's how fast this thing heated up. I was stunned. It does come with its pad and its tip cleaning edge. This was a Christmas present from the daughter, and I love it. Brilliant. It's, I've got I think that's to lock the temperature actually, but I'm not sure. But yeah, I'll do a feature when I come to do some more droppers on this soldering station. Very, very good one. It's just quickly now, I'll give you the model. It's a DS029B, and it's a 60-watt soldering station. So yeah, superb piece of kit. Really, really like it. So look out for that in a future episode. Right then, so that's about wraps it up for tonight. I'm just going to check. I think I've got some messages here. No, it's just some notifications. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've enjoyed that little bit. I hope you like what you see now with the bridge. I will, for next week, get cracking further on with this. I'm looking forward to now getting the bushes and stuff and start cracking on with some trees. Maybe we might have a go at doing some seafoam trees next week. We'll see. We'll see and see. We'll see the seafoam. Get the joke? No, it wasn't. Forget it. Don't give up with day job. So thank you very much for everybody that's been in the show today. Thank you very much to all my moderators. Definitely, especially to Flymo Chairman. He has been on the ball, top-notch stuff as always. Thank you very much, Flymo. You do an absolutely splendid job. And again, to thank you to all the other moderators that have been on throughout the day. I bid you a very, very delightful farewell. Enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy the weekend. It is going to be a rather glorious weekend coming up. Stay safe, everybody. Stay well. And remember, the most important thing to do with your model railway is keep on modelling. Until next week, take care, everyone. See you soon. Ta-ra now.